Greetings travellers, I thought I'd just do a quick little behind the scenes tour of my Grah-Na-Na Splits homage video, just because it was really fun to make and I learned a few things along the way. The banana buggies are probably the most iconic thing from the old Grah-Na-Na Splits TV show, so I gave each one a different decal and a colour scheme to match my 4 characters. The buggies are actually real vehicles called amphicats, so I tried to replicate them as best I could using the hollow doors, and I added a few extra things like the tail lights and the exhaust pipes. I picked the brain of a YouTuber and byte-beat composer called Artisan, who helped me compose my first byte-beat theme. For the other 3 characters, I adopted them as pets, as well as adding them to my Wonders collection so I could use them with the Wonder projectors when I needed to. Unfortunately, 2 out of 3 of them were huge, so when I used their footage I had to speed it up a little bit so they would move more in time with the smaller versions. These are the glyphs for the buggies if you want to come and visit them in Euclid. I actually built the stage and bedroom at a different location with a different base computer. So let's go have a look at that now. So of course I based this on the original Grah-Na-Na Splits set from the 1960s TV show and added a little bit of creative license along the way. As long as it was psychedelic and colourful, that'd be fine, and also allowed me to follow through with the decals used for each of the characters. I used the lockers to mount the Wonder projectors under the locations of where I wanted them to be. I tend to use the lockers a lot because they have almost zero cascade deletion in my experience, so they're quite handy to mount things on and then remove them later. And I use the light floors embedded in the stone floors with a couple of byte beats attached to create a dance floor that sort of flashes in alternate colours. And then adjacent to this I built the little kid's bedroom, which was really fun, having my own little flashbacks about when I was a kid and having all my stuff around me, my comic books and my toys. And it also allowed me to incorporate the idea of merchandising and the fact that he's got a quilt cover and a little teddy bear of some of the Grah-Na-Na Splits characters, and of course his little bowl of cereal. When I came up with the idea for this build, I really wanted to make a cereal bowl. It's just so iconic when it comes to sitting down in front of the TV in the morning to watch your cartoons in your pajamas. It's something that's kind of necessary. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out a way to put the cereal into a little bowl, so I ended up having to make a giant Honey I Shrunk the Kids version of a cereal bowl. So I decided to use the mineral arches as the little Fruit Loops, and the saucer fungus was going to be the milk. It was the closest thing I could find to milk. Unfortunately, the saucer fungus has a bit of cascade deletion, so basically I had to build it in the order of first the cereal, and then the bowl, and then the spoon, and then finally put in the saucer fungus as the milk as the last step. So I used a series of lockers which I color coded, adjusting the height so they would be able to slot into each other in the correct depth and height. I really approached this probably more from a filmmaking point of view, where I want to create a particular shot. So I sort of think, well, okay, what props or sets do I need to build to capture that? And it's something that I really enjoy doing. So then I replaced the floor and put in the rug, a larger version of the rug, in roughly the same spot as his mini bowl in the next room, so I could get that one shot of the close-up of the cereal bowl. I wanted to use chroma key again on the TV, but it didn't work out this time, so I ended up just using flat panels to create a grey screen on the TV. Unfortunately, when I tried to get the little Get guy to sit on the floor, he would fall through, so I had to make a little chair embedded into the TV cabinet so he could sit without sinking into the ground. Bit of a shame, but you can only do what you can do. Anyway, I hope that was interesting to someone out there. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you later.